Welcome back. Today I'm excited to share some research that shows some of the far-reaching impacts that school choice can have on the lives of students and their families and communities. Some places outside of Nebraska have had school choice programs for quite some time. And in fact, the research that I'm going to talk about today comes from the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program, which has been around since 1990. You know, as parents, we're often looking for ways that we can help our kids. And since we don't know everything, we look to what other people have done that's worked well. That might be in the case of consulting our own parents or our neighbors who have grown kids or things like that. Research too, you know, I don't know how many books I have read over the years, written by experts about everything from toilet training to how to help with homework to, you know, how my kids' brains are developing or what kinds of foods to feed them. Parents are pretty good at looking for help when we need it, and I think this research gives us some really important help. So, Milwaukee, 1990, they started this parental choice program, and this is a voucher program. So, I don't know that we've had voucher programs proposed in Nebraska. We're looking at LB 670 right now, which is not a voucher program. It's a tax credit scholarship program. So these programs are different in the way that they're funded. A voucher program is funded with tax dollars, and the tax credit scholarship program that we're looking at in Nebraska is funded with outside donations. But the goal is the same, and that's to help lower income students be able to access private schools that they wouldn't be able to attend without financial help. So some researchers, Corey DeAngelis and Patrick Wolf, looked at students who had gone through this program in Milwaukee. And because it's been around for so long, they can look at what happens in the long term for these students. So they looked at students who had attended a private school in 8th or 9th grade using the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program. And then they looked at them later on in their 20s, between the ages of 25 and 28, to see how they were doing. And what they found is pretty striking. So the students who used that school choice program to attend a private school were found guilty of 60% fewer property damage crimes, 41% fewer drug-related crimes, and experienced 31% fewer paternity suits as young adults than their carefully matched peers in Milwaukee public schools. Now I just want to think about this. So that's a pretty big difference. The lives of those students are obviously much improved when they're not involved in criminal activity. The lives of the people around them are improved. Their own children's lives will be vastly improved because their parents have not been involved in paternity suits and criminal activity. So we're looking at multi-generational improvement in the standard of life itself, in the quality of life, because these low-income students were able to have choice back when they were in 8th and 9th grade. Now, to me, it seems like if we know that giving these students more options will have such a difference on their lives and the lives of the people around them, that we have a moral obligation to provide the same thing for the students where we are. Now, why is there such a big difference in the lives of the students who were able to participate in the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program? I'm going to read to you an interesting paragraph by Corey DeAngelis about this research. He said, "Competition works in the market for education services. families care about the civic and character educations their kids are getting at school each day. And of course, private schools must cater to the needs of families if they want to stay in business. Public schools, on the other hand, hold significant monopoly power over their customers because of residential assignment and funding through property taxes. Private school choice programs could also reduce criminal activity by exposing students to peer groups and school cultures that discourage risky behaviors. Now, this isn't the only study that has shown a link between school choice and lower criminal activity. In fact, I'll put up here on the screen a list of some other research studies going back to 2011, 2015, 2016 that show that school choice reduces criminal behavior. In fact, there was a study published in the Journal of Political Economy in 2015 that found that winning a lottery to go to a charter school in Harlem Children's Zone completely eliminated a 100% reduction the chance that male students would be incarcerated and reduced the likelihood of teen pregnancy by 59% for female students. Again, if we know that there is something that can do this, it seems immoral to not do it. Let's get this going in Nebraska. Our students in Nebraska deserve these same kinds of opportunities that students are getting in other parts of the country. And since we know what works, we really have to get going. We are so far behind. Kids only get one shot at childhood. We've got to start giving them opportunities that will help them to succeed. To get involved with the school choice movement in Nebraska, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or get in touch with us through our contact form on our webpage, which is schoolchoicenebraska.org. We'd love to hear from you. There are things that you could be doing today to help the kids in Nebraska have more opportunities for the future.